Hello, everybody. This is the 58th episode of Sunny Side Sports Take, the leader in sports, talking about everything that's happening, going on in the sports world. Even if it's Angel Reese or Angel Wilson, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about whatever is going on. We have a female lady in the Winter Olympics. We're going to talk about that too. But the first thing we're going to talk about, we got to talk about it, is the NFL championships. Jason Pass, what do you think about the NFL championships? Have you seen any surprises, or has it gone as you expected?
I would say this has gone as we expected. Um, we're one round in, so we can't pass judgment too deeply yet. Um, I think I can tell you what I think about our Texans is with a defense like this, you are never out of a game. We have a shot on Sunday versus the Patriots, a great shot. If we win that game and the Buffalo Bills win their game, we will host the first AFC Championship game in Houston, Texas since 1962 at Jefferson Stadium. I don't know if anybody on this podcast is old enough to remember that, but
We are.
are you guys okay? So
Yes.
1962,
Yep.
the Oilers faced the Dallas Texans in the AFL Championship. And so, if we can win this game, the Bills can win their game. The same thing will happen next week at NRG, which would be awesome.
Yeah.
In my opinion, the Texans have been around 20 plus years now. We've had some decent squads from time to time. This is the best iteration of this team that we have ever seen, and it's mainly due to what D'Amico has done on the defensive side of the ball. Incredible pressure on the passer, nonstop. It's fun to watch. And I'll be watching on Sunday and rooting for our squad to put that defensive effort in place to try to, get to the final game there. So that's my take on the championship games.
So I take it you believe the Texans, you're picking them to win. Uh,
Well,
I'm gonna pick them to win also, but I'm not gonna pick Buffalo to beat Denver. So I think it's gonna be Houston and Denver in the AFC Championship, and in the NFC Championship, I think it's gonna be Chicago and Seattle.
Yeah.
So those are my two teams in the championship. I'm gonna do what you think.
First of all, yay, Buffalo. Let's go.
Congratulations.
The Houston Texans, absolute beast. That defense, it's like a cat with nine lives. And it gives CJ Stroud a tremendous leash. Five fumbles, who cares? Interceptions, who cares? Just goes and gets it done. And for me, my prediction is unfortunately in the AFC side, uh, Buffalo will make it, and it'll be Buffalo against the Texans. And then NFC, it'd be the Rams against the 49ers because a ferocious defense is great, but if the quarterback's not up to task, things could fall apart really quickly. And Seattle's a very young team, and they've had a week off, and having a week off for a young team definitely stops momentum. But I will say one more thing. The Texans defense reminds me of the 2015 Denver Broncos defense that dragged Peyton Manning to the Super Bowl against the Carolina Panthers. Carolina Panthers were blazing. They're clicking on all cylinders, but they had a week off because they were the number one seed in the NFC. And because they're a young team, that week off stifled them in the Super Bowl.
Interesting, very interesting. Jeff Field, comment on it, please.
Phil, go first.
Oh, well, in my perspective, I just think I like Matthew Stafford just a little bit more than I do Caleb Williams. And I think that's how they're going to win, as far as the Rams are concerned. And of course, the Texans defense is a little bit better than a lot better actually than the New England Patriots offense. And CJ can't play that bad again. So we like to see Buffalo win. It's going to be tough in that altitude, and with all the injuries they got, they have no receivers hardly. So if Josh Allen can pull them through, bring them here, he'll be crippled and beat up. And so if we win and they win, I like our chances that way. But the Bear-Ram game is going to really be nice. It's going to be freezing cold, but I tell you, not everybody has a quarterback of the Rams quarterback caliber. So I hope that he plays his best. But Caleb has shown me a lot. I was in Chicago, like I said, in September, first game of the year for the Vikings and Bears. And we got to associate with the 85 championship team. So maybe that rubbed off on those guys. And we got the one thing about the Bear organization, they're very family friendly, oriented and fan friendly oriented. So I wouldn't be mad if they won. So it's going to be interesting few games this coming weekend. Looking forward to them.
Very much so. Looking forward to them. Jeff.
All right. Let's go. We're gonna start with the Saturday games. We have the Bills versus the Broncos. That's a tight match. That's a pick 'em. But since I can't do a pick 'em and the Broncos at home, I'm gonna go with the Broncos by 4 over the Bills. And then the later game on Saturday, you got the 49ers at Seattle. Wow, I like the 49ers. I really like the 49ers, but I'm a betting man. I'm gonna go with Seattle at home. So I'm gonna go with Seattle. Then on Sunday's games, you got the Texans at the Pats. Wow, if CJ can play a really good game, wow, Houston wins. But if CJ can't put the ball on the carpet like he did the last game and expect us to beat the Pats, you're not going to win 2 consecutive games with your quarterback laying the ball on the carpet 5 times and throwing an interception. You can't win like that Sunday after Sunday. So he can't play like that again this Sunday. So you got to hope that he got that out of his system and he comes to play on Sunday. And if he does, the Texans will win. But if he plays another game like that or close to that, then I'm going with the Pats. So if I'm betting, I'm gonna go with the Pats over the Texans. Then you got the Rams at the Bears. I'm gonna go with the Rams. I'm gonna go with the visiting team there. So I'm gonna go with the Rams going up against the Seattle in the NFC title game. And I got the Pats going up against the Broncos in the AFC title game.
Very interesting. We'll see when we come back. It'll be time for the Super Bowl. So everything has been settled by the time we come back, and it'll be interesting.
But hey, Carl,
you know it's going to be 2 new teams, though. Yes, Phil.
Carl, one thing. Seattle's defense is probably second to Houston's. So it's going to be tough for 49ers to score. They banged up pretty bad, too. They lost Kittle. They lost their Kittle, their tight end, and they got some issues on offense with the offensive lineman being a little hurt. But, hey, let's just wait and see how they break out. But I think Darnold finally going to come through for them. So we'll see. I just want to comment on that game. I didn't say anything about that one.
It's going to be interesting. Well, one thing we know is going to be 2 new teams in the Super Bowl.
For sure.
That's one thing for sure. Philadelphia's not there. Kansas City's not there. So it's going to be 2 new teams, and we'll see how that turns out. Coaching. Mike Tomlin gave it up.
Uh-huh.
Mike Tomlin gave it up.
Right.
Jim Harbaugh was let go at the Baltimore Ravens.
Right.
So many different coaching changes. There are 9 out there. Jason Pass, any surprises in coaching?
Well, of course. I mean, you got 2 things there. Number one, Harbaugh to be let go. I mean, I know he's 64 years old, but to me, he's still a young man. And in the way that he coached that team, I would not have let him leave. I think that's going to be a regrettable move on their part. And, you know, the New York Giants really haven't done much when it comes to making smart decisions. But, I mean, hiring Jim Harbaugh is an excellent decision.
They already hired him?
Yes, the Giants hired Jim
Oh,
Harbaugh.
they already hired him. Oh, I didn't hear that. When did they do that?
Am I wrong? Did
No,
I?
he's been. All they had to do is sign the papers. If they haven't,
Okay.
he's there pretty
Am
much.
I?
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
he's there pretty. That's been the whole thing. Even Adam Schefter and all the guys on the inside NFL have said they have aggressively pursued him. But see,
I checked that off my list. I checked that off my list as
he's
done.
there. Now the trick part is, as of this morning, he hadn't signed. I don't know about today, but he's definitely in the house. They were saying he was holding out, maybe, just maybe, for the Buffalo job, Armandu, if they don't win. Their coach McDonough is in trouble, and Green Bay hasn't extended their coach yet. So, but more than likely, he's going to take that one. I mean, he wants to get to work. He's not like a Tomlin. Tomlin's more likely going to sit out a year, whereas you got Harbaugh ready to roll. So,
Philip, where did we get to this point where LaFleur coached his team to the playoffs and Tomlin coached his team to the playoffs? And we're talking about the Buffalo coach who's in the second round of the playoffs.
Impatient.
And you're saying that these guys are now available. Those positions are available.
Yeah, possibly.
Possibly,
not
right? Like not officially.
But
I mean, that's not even a thing in back in our day.
It's sad. It's sad.
It's not impatient. Remember LeBron James, before he had what's his name? The coach for the Clippers now.
Tyronn Lue.
Before he had Tyronn Lue, he had another guy from
Doc
Europe.
Rivers?
No, not Doc Rivers.
Yeah, in Cleveland.
But
you're right.
But see, Armandu, it wasn't about them so much the coaching for LeBron. It was about the players.
Right.
Hey.
Kyrie
Irving, bro. He went to Cleveland to go play with Kyrie. He didn't go for the coach. He knew Kyrie could get it.
Okay.
And Kevin Love.
But Kevin Love was added later.
Right. But they knew they was going to make that trade for Kevin Love.
True.
So he knew he was going to play with Kevin Love.
Kevin Love was a part.
Hold on. Let's let Armandu make his point. What you trying to say, Armandu?
All right. So they had the coach that the players didn't respect.
Right.
But they made it far. They went into the playoffs, but they couldn't win the championship against Golden State. And then Tyronn Lue came in and took him to the promised land, won one championship. They crowned him. But basically, you guys are talking about patience. There's no patience because Buffalo's had 7+ years with Sean McDermott. And every year, it's the same thing. Josh Allen plays his heart out. The defense craps the bed. The defense can't save him. He can't play their own part. Imagine Josh Allen, Houston Texans defense. Imagine that. All right? So if you keep being in the same position over and over again, definition of insanity, you're not moving further than you should. You need to, maybe change it up a little bit. That happens. And when you do,
I'm gonna do though. Let me say this. You got teams that they hit around the ballpark for several years, and then they finally make it. Chicago, 1985. They made it then. They didn't make it any other time. So I mean, the Rockets, 93 and 94. They got close, but they didn't get there. But those 2 years, that was their year. So I don't know about that. I mean, just as far as winning the championship.
All the big coaches that either stepped down, Mike Tomlin that stepped down, Jim Harbaugh that got fired, it's not because they're not competent. It's not because they're not historic coaches, but it's mainly because we need a new voice in the locker room. Right. We need to re-energize these guys. And if we do, maybe we'll get the best out of them. Because you may know how to make some players, you may know how to make some people go, but you may not know how to make everybody go. A Bill Belichick coach defense plays calm. Sean McDermott's defense, there's not so much. Towards the end of the game, they tend to panic. Towards the end of the game, they tend to overthink it instead of just go and play football. That's what it seems to me. The coach will call a timeout at an inopportune time, and it makes no sense. Why are you getting involved in the play? Just let the play go. Let the players play. Let them play free. And if you can't do that, you may have championship aspirations. You may have championship caliber players, but at the end of the day, they're not giving you their all because they don't feel free to play. And you need the players to go out there and play free. The Houston Texans defense, they play free. They play on instinct. The moment you see them, the moment the ball's let go out of the quarterback's hands, they're there. Everybody's at their spot. They're hitting, they're tackling, they're poking the ball out, whatever it may be. Things happen. So sometimes
it
you
does
need that
seem
change.
like DeMeco Ryan has that pulse of leadership that is inspiring them. They started 0-3. At one time, they were 5-5. How many games have they won in a row?
3-5. They were 3-5. They won 10 in a row.
They
run 10 in a row. So,
right.
Hey, he has really stepped up and he has shown a leadership strength that, is kind of unmatched. So we'll see how they're going to go. I'm all in for the Texans. I hope we win it. There are going to be some new changes in coaching. I don't know if that means Deion Sanders will get an opportunity or Marcus Freeman from Notre Dame or some of the other. Armandu, why not?
Yeah. Deion Sanders is not. Deion Sanders is not going to get an opportunity because
he don't want one.
He may not want one. He may not want one, but he's also not going to get one. Mainly because the way the situation's standing out now, they don't want him to come in and have an influence over his son.
Dude, he don't need to be there. He getting more money where he is. I mean, Marcus Freeman might want it more than Deion, but Deion don't need the NFL. The NFL
Freeman doesn't also want to come. He just got a contract extension.
Yeah, I'm just saying they can use that for leverage. But when the time comes, both of them will be in the NFL if they choose.
Okay, quick question, guys. Of the 9 places where you have coaching openings, which one you think is the most attractive? Between Pittsburgh, the Ravens, Arizona, the Falcons, the Giants, the Raiders, the Cardinals, the Browns, and the Titans. Which one of you guys think is the most attractive franchise? What would you say?
Ravens. You got Lamar Jackson as your quarterback. I mean, anytime that you can come into a situation with someone as talented as a player as Lamar Jackson, then that's the best situation for you to be in, because this is a quarterback-driven league. And if you want to try to rebuild a franchise without a quarterback, you can get fired very, very fastly. I mean, very fast. And if you come in with a quarterback like Lamar Jackson, he can make you look good. Baltimore's the best spot.
Lamar is already capable. He's a 2-time league MVP. So you just need to push him over the top. And you need that coach to just motivate him just a little bit more.
It ain't Harbaugh's fault. Totally. It ain't.
No. Nobody's saying that. What I'm
saying it before anybody does.
Okay. What I'm saying is just a little bit more push, a little motivation to get him over the top. And Lamar could definitely go to the Super Bowl. For me, in my opinion, he's better than Jalen Hurts. But Jalen Hurts has the better team around him.
You know what Lamar said when he got drafted? You definitely getting a Super Bowl out of me. He don't need motivation from a coach. He got it himself. He need help, but not motivation.
You need a defense.
Too. And they're typically a great defensive team. But they had so many injuries the last couple of years. Hey, like I said, I'm not saying Harbaugh didn't need to go. He just wasn't the reason, like Jason said, that they lost and they were not good. And him and Tomlin's record is pretty much almost identical. They were only a year apart in times as tenured coaches. So, I mean, yeah, they can go. You bring somebody else in, but you're not going to get the same results right away like they did. You got to rebuild. Either way, even with Lamar, with a new coach, they are not going to just jump up now and all of a sudden be better than they were before. They got some pieces to fill.
Miami might be one of the best places for the coach to come in as far as locale and city. Maybe Arizona also. As far as locale and city, I'm not talking about the background of the ownership and the GM and all of those things. I'm just talking about locale and city.
You have to be putting them in the mix. You have to be talking about the locale and the proximity.
That's true.
That's true.
Miami has to start all over.
How many out of these 8 or 9 openings? How many of you guys do you think? How many black men do you think will fill those positions? Let me say the over and
I
under
say maybe
is 3.
25%,
What would you take?
Jeff.
Would you take the under on that?
I'll take the under on 25%, sadly.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
If we're talking facts, I'll say
Okay.
under 25%, sadly.
Because the conversation is we don't have a pipeline for black head coaches. We don't have a good pipeline. And they're talking about we don't have a good pipeline for offensive black coaches. So if you don't, then they're not going to get that opportunity.
And then if you talk
Flores
about
is the only person
recidivism,
right now, besides Tomlin, because Tomlin's going to hang out a little bit, that has the potential to land a job because he went to the Vikings and did a great job with their defense. And they've been competitive. If they had a quarterback this year, they would have been competitive again.
yeah, and a lot of times they don't get second and third chances like the other coaches. Brian Flores, Rasheem, who just got fired, he's not going to get another opportunity, I don't believe.
That's a second chance, though.
They don't get as many chances.
That's his second chance. The Falcons head coach, Raheem Morris, that's his second chance because he was with the Buccaneers years before, and then he went to the Rams, retooled his image. The Falcons hired him, and he has a quarterback in his hands. There's a good team down there. They just need the engine to drive it.
Armandu, who's the good quarterback they have?
Michael Penix.
And he's right now what?
He's injured.
Okay, and that's typical of him pretty much for his career.
Third ACL injury, unfortunately.
Thank you. Now, you got Gerard Mayo. He's not going to get a second chance. You got Antonio Pierce.
No.
He's not going to get a second chance.
No.
But they got coaches. I mean, it's available, but it's just not going to get
Lovie Smith.
No, they have coaches, but they're always speaking about the offensive pipeline.
Yeah.
And how many black coaches are offensive laden gurus? There isn't that many. There's more black coaches on the defensive side than on the offensive side.
Good point.
So that cuts everything out.
But a head coach doesn't have to be strictly one way. He just has to have good leadership and have a pedigree that says, I can lead men in this league to do the things that it takes to accomplish to win a Super Bowl. That's the goal.
Great point, Philip. You're absolutely right.
That's the goal.
And when we come back for our next show, maybe we will have a lot of those vacancies filled, and we'll see.
And Aaron Glenn better watch out. They're playing around with his job in New York. Aaron Glenn is not on safe water.
He's not. He's not.
Shaky.
Hey, but 1 year. You don't think 1 year. You don't think he'll get a second year?
Oh yeah, he's gonna be there. He'll be there.
Okay. All right.
We'll see how things go. Hey, is college football the seeding and the ranking system, is that fair? Is that the best kind of way to set up a championship pedigree for college football? Jason Pass, what you think?
Well, I mean, first off, if Notre Dame this year could not have made the top 12 teams, it's flawed, right? Like we have to come up with a system in which, basically James Madison, which I love their story. I mean, 4 years ago that they were in the FCS, and 4 years later they're in the CFP, is one of the most coolest things that you can think about when it comes to college athletics. So, I mean, I love that aspect, but the fact that James Madison and Tulane both made it in ahead of Notre Dame shows that we need to make an adjustment. I mean, Notre Dame could have won the national championship. I mean, they were neck and neck with Miami, and Miami is playing for the national championship. So, and again, a lot of folks thought that Miami should not have been in the CFP, and here they are in the final two. So we have to give Miami a lot of credit. However, Tulane and James Madison, neither one of them really had an opportunity to compete in the first round. I think we know this, but we need to include everyone, including the Power 5 schools. So I like the fact that we do include a Power 5 school. I just think that there needs to be some sort of criteria to make sure that school can compete in the CFP, whether it be they'll be ranked in the top 12 at the final polls, or their strength of schedule says something about them, so that we know that they are scheduling very difficult non-conference opponents, such that they can elevate their computer ranking or what have you to get them into that top group. But we do need to make an adjustment on how it's put together. That's my opinion. We did last year when we adjusted the seedings in the way that a conference champion was not guaranteed a top 4 seeding. And I think that we'll make another adjustment now, and it'll be probably for the better.
I think everything was fine, with the exception of them not including Notre Dame and them including Tulane and James Madison in there. I think with that exception, everything was fine. I don't think they should tamper with anything. I think the 12-team championship, I like it. I like the way it is now. You have rankings, and it's based on weighted your schedule, etc. I think they should just go with the top 12 teams. And that's that. Top 12 teams. So if you rank the 11th, you should be in there. You rank 12th, you should be in there. Tulane and James Madison should not have been in there. I know it was a great story, Jason. Outstanding dissertation on that. I agree. That was a great story. But they shouldn't have been there. Those teams shouldn't have been there. Notre Dame should have been in there. I can understand why Notre Dame was so upset.
Notre Dame needs to join a conference. Bottom line. You want to play with the big boys? Join a conference. You don't?
Good point.
Get out. Get out. You want to make your money how you want to make it? God bless you. But if you don't join a conference, you do not get to complain. You do not. You don't get in there? God bless you. We're not going to make this the NCAA college championships. This is football. 12 teams in there. Good enough.
It's Notre Dame.
It's Notre Dame.
This is not a conference.
Yeah, it's
like Jay Watt.
They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. They took their lumps this year for not doing it, but they're not joining the conference. They make
good
too much
for them.
money.
That they have no right to complain about nothing. You do what you do. You win.
When you are coordinated like that, Armandu, it's kind of like voting. I get that. You don't vote, you know. But at the same time, it's Notre Dame. You can call it what you want.
Listen, they have so options.
Much money.
Exercise your options.
You know what you got to do when you're in the conference? Revenue sharing. You know what Notre Dame ain't going to do? Revenue sharing. But guess what? They're in the conference in basketball. They're in the conference in baseball.
That's true.
You can't be so greedy to your own detriment.
I'm with you. You're right.
Join a conference.
I'm just giving you
why it works out for you.
They're that way. You're right. But that's why
if you don't, there's nothing. You could be as good as you want to be.
Trust me. They're not going to sit them out every year, bro. They're not going to be. They took their lumps this year, and they didn't even go play in the bowl game. You think they lost some money? No, they didn't.
Okay, guys.
They got their own contracts.
So on Monday, you have number 1 Indiana versus number 10 Miami, and the college championship game is played in Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. My question to you guys is, how much of an advantage does this give to the Miami Hurricanes playing in Florida? Jason,
I'll start. Huge, massive advantage to playing your home stadium. I mean, like, this is so rare in college, and I don't think it's ever happened in the NFL. I mean, this is a massive advantage. However, I mean, if we're talking championship game, I mean, the league story,
Tampa.
Yeah.
Oh, Tampa did? Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
He's right.
I love your facts. I love how you bring the facts. But here's the biggest story of this college football championship game.
Okay.
No one on this podcast has ever seen Indiana be good at football.
We have.
You have never seen. You've seen Indiana be good at basketball. Mm-hmm. You've seen Isaiah Thomas win national championships. You've seen Bobby Knight win national championships.
True.
No one has seen Indiana football with any sort of success.
They've never been this good. No,
Signetti.
I mean, a couple times.
He's got to get some credit. I mean, this guy is a program builder.
For sure.
I mean, look what he's done. I mean, I mean, this guy, his pedigree. I am so impressed. I mean, these guys have never done anything in football. In the last 2 years, they've lost one game.
That's it.
Yeah. One game.
Two.
Two games.
2 games.
I knew it was 1 or 2.
They lost in the playoffs, and they lost 1 during the regular season last year, and they lost in the playoffs last year to Notre Dame.
Okay, thank you, Philip. Yes, I mean, this guy, what?
And they had the Heisman Trophy winner, right?
That's
good
right.
call.
Right,
That's a great call. Yes, sir.
So, I mean, I've been saying it all along. What's going on in the world? Indiana, all I know about them is basketball. I've been saying that all along.
So here's the thing. The new NIL, with NIL, Indiana stands to compete. All the teams that have a high graduation rate stands to compete. So we can look forward to, in the future, seeing more teams like Indiana in the mix because they have a high graduation rate and they have alumni with deep pockets.
Ooh, good
that are willing
point.
to spend out of pride.
I don't understand.
And also,
what does
the team that
high
had a
graduation rate have to do with them having a top program?
Money. He's right.
Money.
Because those alumni can give money.
Look at Texas Tech.
Okay.
Look at Texas Tech.
The better graduation rate, the more money they're going to give?
Well, they got more professional people out of their programs.
The more they can spend on those NIL deals for those players coming in. Yeah.
So the team that played against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home was Kansas City. Kansas City lost that Super Bowl to Tom Brady. At Tampa against Kansas City, and it was a home game for Tampa.
Yep, they're home.
Okay. Quick question: Who do you guys
Tom
got?
Brady at quarterback.
Okay, who do you guys got? Number 10 Miami versus number 1 Indiana. Who do y'all got?
Man, I can send Indiana. Quit playing.
Indiana.
You know I said Indiana back 6 weeks ago when you started saying about the playoffs. Indiana not gonna change. If they lose, they lose. But
Indiana.
I said Indiana. We can
Indiana.
Jason, who you got? Jason,
I got Indiana. I got Indiana.
Okay, Carl, who you got?
I throw a coin in the air. I'm not sure, brother.
You're not in a bad mood, Carl.
I'm gonna do it.
It's not a coin. It's definitely Indiana because Indiana smashed the next best squad.
They're not gonna smash Miami. They're not gonna smash Miami. They might beat them, but they're not gonna smash.
Indiana smashed around Oregon.
That's Oregon, bro. That's Oregon.
And Ohio State. And they beat Ohio State.
And they beat Ohio State.
They did.
But Miami is another animal. Miami got some NFL players on that team, bro.
Defensively, yes. Not Carson Beck. Carson Beck ain't the one.
Come Monday.
No, he's not. But all he got to do is like CJ, don't mess it up.
But he might, though. That's who Carson Beck
might too. But we hope he's not.
Talking about college
he drove him down the field
about
and did a
NFL. Phil, give us our sponsorship at this time before we go to the next subject.
All right, guys, we're having so much fun. We almost forgot the fact that we are presented and sponsored by A Rocket Moving and Storage, a family-owned and family-run moving and storage company founded in 1959 by Herbert and Arlene Sam. And by the way, I'm going to try to get a new sponsorship for this year from them. But at the same time, DeAndre is running it. He's second generation. We do commercial, home, residential, interstate moving. We have a 62,000 square foot warehouse. We do climate control. We will vault your items. We will make sure they are secure. And we have been in business a long time, well known in the Houston area. Call us 713-748-6024, located 3401 Quarter off of Yellowstone and Peerless in the heart of Third Ward. A Rocket Moving and Storage, let them be your next move. We advertise. We do support of Texas Southern, Prairie View, Sam Houston. We transport all their football equipment to their games all over the country. For the last 30 years for TSU, for the last 15 for Prairie View, and the last 5 for Sam Houston State. So there's many facets to A Rocket. Give us a call. Ask for me, Philip Green, 713-748-6024, or DeAndre Sam, and we'd be more than happy to meet your need for whatever your service would require.
Well, thank you, brother. Thank you very much.
Good.
Jeff, I got to ask the question that is on a lot of people in Houston and Texas mind. What's the matter with the Rockets?
Rockets need a point guard. They really missing Fred Fleet. And I know you say, well, they've had all season to fill in that gap, but they have not. They really missing Fred Fleet's leadership. They just don't have any direction. They seem to lack what's called cohesion. They just don't have any cohesiveness. It seems like to me, most of the guys are just standing around. They bring the ball down the floor, and the guys are just standing around, and then they're waiting for either Şengün or Durant to make a play, and everybody's just standing around. There is no ball movement. There's no backside cutting. I don't see any of that kind of stuff going on. It just seems like to me that their offensive system is flawed. And with that being said, I don't see it. I don't think they're better than they were last season. And that was one of the questions. I got some questions here from the gallery, from the people that's on the site. And that's one of the questions. The question here is from Solid Mamara said, are the Rockets better this season than they were last season? My answer to that question is no. They're not better than they were last season. Last season they had better chemistry. The ball movement was better. They don't have, I think they're relying too much on Durant. And Durant can't do it all by himself. He's still putting up good numbers, but it's not enough to carry a team to a championship. They need to get a point guard. I don't know how they're going to do it, but they need to bring in a point guard, someone who has the experience to run a ball team, to put his teammates in the right spots.
Phil, what you think about that?
Well, before I make that comment, I have to rectify one other thing. The Rams also won a Super Bowl on their home field when they beat Cincinnati. Actually, it was back-to-back after Tampa won. So that's 2 times that's happened. Now, concerning the Rockets, I agree with Jeff. Mark that down. They are not better this year than they were last year. And I did not want to see the trade that they made to get him. That's just the way it is. But they're going to have to make the best of what they have. And they do need to make a trade to try to get a little more roster build to advance, because Oklahoma City will play with you, man. Have you seen them? They are a complete team.
They beat us by 20 points last night on our home court.
Exactly. And they are, I mean, they showed San Antonio, yeah, you got us 3 times, but it ain't going to happen often. So when they put their minds to it, man, it's hard to beat that team. They are loaded.
Can I tell you something that's really scary?
They share the ball. They do everything right. And their coach
OKC has 3 of the top 21 picks in next year's draft.
Right. That's true.
They're this good. And they have 3 of the top 21 picks next year.
But you know what that means too, Jason?
Tell me.
Those good players on that team right now are going to be playing for somebody else. They can't keep all of them.
They can't keep everybody. I agree with that.
You're right.
They did re-sign a lot of those guys to long extensions.
They did. But that means those new guys coming in, they got bench players that could start somewhere else. So somebody's going. They're not going to bring in all those picks, or they're going to trade them, what have you, defer them. But they're going to be good for a long time, is what Jason's saying, and I agree. But they're going to help somebody else be good, too, because they got to unload somebody.
Let's talk about the trades, Jeff.
Huh?
Let's talk about who's going to get traded.
All right, what I'm hearing is John Morant, he wants out. He wants out of Memphis. The question is where? I'm hearing he could go to Minnesota. I'm hearing he can go to the Miami Heat. Zion Williamson, there's a chance he can be moved. Klay Thompson, I'm hearing he could be moved to the Lakers. For Connaught, the rookie from last season, Connaught, and one other player, 2 players for Klay Thompson because of his salary. Jonathan Kuminga from the Golden State Warriors, he has demanded a trade. I want out of here. I want to go. So he's going to be moved. The Bucks are still kind of in a dilemma with Giannis. They really don't want to get rid of their best player, so they're in the process of trying to see if they can come up and add a couple of key weapons, because they're not really out of it. Milwaukee is only a game and a half or so out of the 10th spot. And if you're in the 10th spot, you win. You win. It's just a matter of, you got to win after that. So with that being said, I expect that to happen. Jaren Jackson, if John Morant gets moved, there is a good chance that Jaren Jackson will also be moved. So look for the possibility of that happening. Look for the Lakers to make some moves, but I don't think they're going to make any wholesale moves. I just think the Lakers are going to make some bargain deals, and I can see the Rockets making a bargain deal too. I don't think they're going to make a major deal, but I think the Rockets will make some kind of bargain deal.
You know who I still believe the Rockets should go after? As I said earlier, LaMelo Ball. I'm still on LaMelo Ball.
Got to give up too much, Carl, to get him. Got to give up too much to get him. How much you willing to give up?
I would give up Eason, Reed Shepherd, and Adams if I could get LaMelo Ball. And a number 1 pick.
That's bold.
Wow.
I can't say that he's not worth it, but that's a very bold take. I'm impressed.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
I mean,
that's a lot.
You got to risk a lot right now because what they got ain't working. What they got is not working.
I say go ahead and trade Durant, get him out of here, and get the most you can get for him, and move on.
It's early in the
Carl.
season.
That's a bold take
Early
too,
in the
Jeff.
season.
Yeah,
Carl
they're not gonna win.
Carl got
They're
a
not
better
gonna
one
win.
than that. Carl, you
What's
ready?
that?
Carl, you ready to bench CJ and put Davis Mills in?
Oh my goodness.
Hey,
Oh my goodness.
David Mills could win the game too. He has proven himself. He's one of the best backups in the league.
He's not better than CJ Stroud.
Okay,
Carl.
now
Hey,
I will say
who's going to give
CJ
David Mills the bag? Who's going to give
That's
David
Carl's
Mills the
guy,
bag?
man.
Somebody is. You're right, Armandu.
bet you one of those
That's Carl's
other
guy from
teams
day
are going
one,
to try
y'all.
to
Leave him
sign
alone.
Davis Mills.
But you know
One
what?
of the other
You
teams
know
going to
what?
try to sign him. Maybe say he could be the starter for their team. One of
You
those
know what?
teams that their quarterback ain't doing very. Arizona, Kyler Murray is Davis Mills better than Kyler Murray? Maybe so.
They
No.
got Jacoby Brissett
You
over
don't
there,
think so?
man.
Okay.
You know what? As ridiculous as Carl sounds, and he sounds extremely ridiculous, but he makes sense. He makes sense, though.
He does.
Because let me tell you why he makes sense. You have to understand, Will Anderson Jr. is going to be coming up for his contract extension. They got some guys coming up for contract
So they're
extension.
gonna pay him, bro.
And they're
For
gonna
sure.
have to pay. They're gonna have to pay these other guys. So can you pay those other guys and pay
But
CJ
Davis
Stroud
on the contract
50,
for a
60
year
million
too.
a year?
Davis
So
on
what?
the contract. You got
Well,
one by Davis leaving.
you need three generational players on your. You need an offensive generational player, defensive generational player, and a special team generational player to go ahead and do big things. So they could pay Will Anderson, pay CJ, and a shot for a kicker, and they'll be good. But other than that, you don't need much more.
It's
True.
gonna be hard. You don't realize how hard that's gonna be to give CJ all that money and give Will Anderson all that money.
They're gonna do it.
I don't see it. I
Well,
don't see it.
Carl also gonna spar with Clarissa Shields. So what's new?
Oh, you're gonna get beat
I don't know.
down within the first 10 seconds.
I'm getting a little old now, and she hits me hard.
Oh,
She give me a good hug and a good feel. Maybe I go for that, and I'll lay out in the second round.
she's
But if I
gorgeous,
got
man.
in shape and
She's
really
gorgeous.
put my mind to it, she would have a battle. I'll just say that. And I would like to see her fight against just a brother off the street who comes in and he puts out all of his effort in it. She's still a woman. She's
And
still
a
a
good
woman.
one.
That's
Yes,
never a
yes,
fair
Carl.
fight. She's a professional. She's a
Exactly,
professional. It's not a fair
exactly.
fight.
Okay, she's a professional. That's true. But she's a woman, and a man
She is
a
a
man.
professional boxer. It does not
And
work
women I see beat
ever.
up guys.
She
Mama
hurt.
Dude, that's your guy. You better get him,
I
Mama
would
Dude. That's
like-
your guy.
I would like to see that. I'm not saying myself, but another brother, maybe a 35-year-old brother, 30-year-old brother, he can come in there.
If you've never boxed before, you go fight a
5'10",
boxer,
180,
whether it's a woman
and
or
at
a
the top
teenage
of
boy,
his-
they're gonna kill you.
I'm telling you,
They're
he
gonna
ain't got no
kill you.
chance. When
So
he get out in the first round, he be
Maybe
tired
so.
within the first 20 seconds. He be breathing hard.
well, let me go back to this. Is Trey Young gonna get? Is he gonna get traded?
He already
He already
played.
got traded.
He's
You
with the
already got traded.
Wizards.
Oh yeah, Washington. That's true.
He might get traded again, though. He
Really?
might get traded
Nah,
again.
they're not gonna trade him again.
You don't think so?
They need the money.
I think he has lost
They
his
need them there. They
value.
need
You know,
people
he
to
has
come in
really
and watch
lost
his
his
talent. They
value.
don't
He's
have
not
somebody
as
big over
good
there.
as
So
he
no,
was
he's not
when
going anywhere. They'll keep him for a year or two.
Yeah, Washington, their pedigree, they have to earn better than that. I don't know if they'll ever get back to the top limit. But I say this, Toronto is up there. Toronto is competing this year. Brandon Ingram has made a difference in that team, and we'll see how they go.
I know he's glad to get out of New Orleans.
If
Brandon
they
Ingram.
had
very
Nick
much
Nurse
so.
as their head coach, maybe the sky's the limit again. But they don't.
Jeff, take over for a second.
Okay, do you guys think OKC, who's sitting at 35-7, do you guys think they'll get to the 70 wins?
No.
No, I
Anybody?
agree. I agree with
Nobody?
Philip. No.
No.
Nobody. Okay,
He's
so
gonna win a
nobody.
lot of games, that's for sure, but not 70.
Okay.
I
How
believe
many
they'll
of
go
you-
to 70. Why not?
There
Where the
you
league is
go.
a lot more at stake for teams that play against them too. If San Antonio can beat them 3 times and can beat them convincingly too, some with their best, some without their best. Other teams can sneak in another 5 wins with the rest of the league. That's against the field. They're not going to go. So for them to win 70 more games, they mean they got to win 63. And what?
They only
82
one
games?
game off a pace of 70-game winning pace.
I understand.
One game off.
I understand,
Okay.
but there's a long way to go. Now, I can't say they're not going to do it. I just don't believe they'll do it. I'm not qualified to say they're not. But I am of the belief they won't win 70. They'll win a lot of games.
The only thing that may stop them is the fact that they have too much tread on the tires. Because you win a championship.
No excuse, Armandu. You said they're going to do it or they're not.
Things happen in the middle of the season.
You're greasing the tracks. No, they're either going to get 70 or they're not. I'm saying no. Emphatically, they're not.
So no one believes that they get to 70. No one.
Armandu said
they're going to go to 70.
70. Okay.
They're going to go to 70
I think
because they have the same
68.
core.
And as soon as they get back and don't win 70, call them Anita's number.
All right. I say about 67, 68.
I can see that.
Me too.
Win a lot. That happens all the time.
Well,
Yeah.
how surprised are you guys with
Philip,
Boston?
not all the time, like maybe 12 times in
Well,
the history.
I'm talking about 70 is rare air, but to win 60 games is very common.
Right.
Not 67 though, or 68.
Well, we've had some teams to do it. The Bostons of the 80s, the Lakers of the 80s, San Antonio Spurs, I think, did it. It's been done a few times.
No, OKC did it. OKC did it last year. So I mean, it can be done.
Yes.
I'm just saying maybe
when the good teams come along, but every generation has a couple teams that are so good they do it more than one time. I expect OKC to do it again this year, but not 70.
Yes,
70
I agree.
Does not happen.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the competition is still
sustainable.
too good.
I remember the Wizards, who the Bullets, where they were at the time, whatever. I mean, there are teams that have got to 60, 61, 62, 63, but you're right, 67, it's too close to 70. Not that. Golden State may have done it with Rick Barry. I mean, I've seen a few of them get some incredible numbers, and a lot of them don't win the championship.
But you know who surprised me lately, who's way down at the bottom of the Western Conference? The LA Clippers, who have won 8 of their last 10 and have won their last 4 games. And the Sacramento Kings are playing some ball. They keep beating the heck out of the Rockets.
Both of those
Rockets
teams
can't
got
beat
talent.
Sacramento.
And the Clippers are coached by Amadou's guy, Tyrone Lue. That's Amadou's guy. And so, yeah,
both
he
of
can
teams-
definitely coach.
And
he
the
has
Cleveland
talent.
Cavaliers coach was David Blatt.
Ooh,
Yeah, but
good
Black
call.
was the guy
That's
that they
him.
didn't
Yes.
respect, like you said. He was a little foreign guy, and he was international coach, and they didn't respect him, but he did a good job.
He got him up to a certain level, but they needed somebody else to propel him to the next level.
You're right, and that's a perfect example of what you said. But at the same time, LeBron didn't come there for Black. Black was already there. He came there for
Kyrie
Irving.
Irving. Yep.
Yes,
guys
but they hired Blatt because he had won championships in Europe and
Come
in
on
Israel.
now. Europe and NBA. Come on. What's
Yeah,
the difference?
but no. He was a championship winning coach.
Okay.
So they brought him along.
Not here, though.
But
No,
you
not
gotta,
here.
do you want to Philip? Don't tell me you want to retread, Philip. That's someone who has coached in the NBA and be retreaded 3 times over, and he doesn't win.
No.
You got to take a
Black
shot.
got a chance. No, I'm great.
You got to take a shot. Yeah.
Hey, look, when Miami hired the coach they have now, nobody knew who he was. He was a videographer, and he's worked his way up to be one of the top coaches in the NBA now. Pat Riley saw it.
He was a behind-the-scenes guy.
Yeah,
was a
way
tape
behind the
junkie.
scenes, watching videos.
Yeah, but
he
they
understood the
respected
game.
his acumen. They thought he was very smart.
Well, look, that's totally right. But Pat Riley saw that. Nobody else. So it takes somebody in a position of authority to make sure you get.
So think of it, the basketball world takes a lot of shots when it comes to coaches. They do.
They do.
GMs, announcers,
They do.
retired players 1 year out. They just like, come on in, come coach.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
But see,
it's
it's a smaller
David Blatt's
community
not so
too, though.
far-fetched.
It's a smaller community too. It's only 12 players, 13, 14 to a team, whereas in NFL is 50, and baseball is 29. So that's a big difference.
Let's revisit the trade between Phoenix and Houston. Phoenix is sitting at 24-17. Who would have thought that Phoenix, who played every game this season without Jalen Green, he's only played one game. And also, all they really have from that trade so far on that team is Dylan Brooks. But yet, they have a better record than that team had last season. Matter of fact, they're competing with the Rockets for the 5th spot in the West. So the question is, how is Phoenix doing this?
Teamwork.
Teamwork.
Chemistry.
Dylan Brooks, he's an influencer. He's a power player.
He's a dog.
He helps that team develop chemistry just like he did with the Rockets last year.
Wow.
So he makes a difference.
He's right. They right there with the Rockets, even though Green hasn't played at all this season. All they really have is Dylan Brooks out of that trade. So
the thing is, if Green plays, they may throw off their chemistry.
Don't forget the pick they got with the big guy. They got the big guy with that pick too.
But he's not playing though. He's not playing.
But, I mean, but they got something. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah. I'm talking about who's actually on the court playing. Yeah, but it's very interesting. In Boston, 25-15. Who would have thought them losing Jason Tatum and they be sitting at 25-15? Who would have thought that? Wow.
Jaylen Brown is playing.
I would have.
At an MVP
Everybody
level.
would have. Jaylen Brown's a guy.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown is the guy.
Jaylen Brown's a guy. Jason Tatum, he's a part of the pieces.
Get out
but Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown's the guy, not because Tatum ain't there.
Yeah.
No, listen, Jaylen Brown won MVP in the NBA championship.
Okay, I tell you what. Let's see if Boston wins the whole thing. If Tatum don't come back, then I might revisit what you said. In the meantime, get out of here.
But look, he won the Eastern Conference Championship MVP, and then he went ahead and won the NBA Championship MVP.
Oh, so he's a player.
He got a point.
Nobody's denying that, but Tatum is still the guy. I mean, come on.
He's not better than Jason Tatum.
I don't know about that, Phil.
Jaylen Brown is needed. He's needed.
Man,
he's a guy.
Jaylen Brown is
MVP.
The number one man.
He's all of that right now. Right now is the only time that counts. And you're right. He's doing it. Just like they say, do it in the park, do it after dark, Rock Creek Park. He's killing it. But when Tatum come back and when Tatum is playing, let's get real. They got to share the ball. He ain't
when things get tight.
To be able to go to the next level, you got to have some help. That is very.
They didn't win a championship by themselves. They won it together.
True.
They did, but the MVP was Jaylen Brown, not Jason Tatum.
Of course, you could have flipped the coin on it, but at the same time, who carried them most of the year to get there?
Tatum.
Well,
he needed to get off of that man's back and carry his load. He did it. Now he's carrying the whole load. He's gonna get heavy on him too until he gets some help.
All right, guys. We are toward the end of our show, but what I want to ask is what other sports events are coming up? Is there anything happening in boxing, golf, tennis? We do know the Winter Olympics are coming around, and Snoop Dogg is everywhere. He's on the Winter Olympics. He's on the Summer Olympics. He's everywhere. You would have thought
the World Cup is coming.
A sportsman. Go ahead.
The World Cup is coming, but people may not come because America won't let them in. Ice is out.
So the World Cup is coming to Los Angeles?
It's coming to Atlanta, Los Angeles, California,
and Houston,
Boston, Mexico, Canada.
Come on,
we're going to have 3 matches in Houston.
Houston too, man.
3 matches.
Yeah.
We got 3 matches here in Houston, Jason?
Yes, sir. Next summer. NRG.
That's right.
NRG?
NRG. We're doing downtown in some areas just for that.
Okay. Can we get a picture? The World Cup are those professional teams or those country teams?
Country teams.
Made up of professional players.
It's one of the biggest bragging rights around the whole world.
It is.
Yes.
Honestly, it is the biggest bragging right.
Like the Olympics?
Bigger
than the Olympics.
Why they call it World Cup.
Okay.
You got teams from Africa, teams from South America, teams from Europe, teams from the Americas.
Armandu, who won last year?
Oh no, it wasn't last year. It's not every year. It's every
It's
4
not
years.
Every 4 years, like the Olympics.
Argentina won last 4 year.
Okay,
They've won
Argentina
multiple
won.
championships over the years.
Aren't they like one of the superpowers in World Cup?
So you'd consider Germany, Italy, Brazil, Argentina superpowers in soccer in the World Cup.
Has the United States ever won?
Oh no,
No.
not
They're not
close.
the superpower.
That was quick.
We ain't on,
Does the United States have any chance of competing?
Well,
Yes.
we're gonna
Competing,
have 7
yes.
matches here in Houston. We'll get a chance to learn all we want if we want to, but
No,
soccer's not my thing.
here's what happened. The United States' best athletes play other sports. If they played soccer, America could definitely compete. You could have a guy like LeBron James at goal. He's 6'7".
Barry Sanders. If you had Barry Sanders learning how to dribble a soccer ball, he would be unstoppable.
Yeah. So
I mean, whenever is Portugal and the Netherlands gonna beat us in something? I mean, this is their time.
but America is very competitive in the fact that the foreigners that have kids in America, their kids play soccer and their kids end up being in America's national team. And they make for a pretty competitive team so far. They have a coach from Europe that's pretty good, that came from the Premier League. And America could compete, but the best athletes in America don't play soccer. So
what I'm gonna do, come to Houston in June, between June and July. That's when it's happening, so you can come educate us.
I can't afford it.
Oh, you
And
okay?
also,
we'll get Carter write you a check and get you a plane ticket up here.
Those tickets are crazy. They're crazy.
Also put updates of the World Cup on our site and keep us up to date on what's happening with the World Cup. Let us learn more about it. It's an international sport, and we need to be up to date with it on Sunny Side Sports. Mr. President, last word?
Okay, I have some questions from the peanut gallery. We got guys on the site that's actually that's chimed in, that's watching the show today. So we have okay, Silas Edmund Mars. I already asked that question, Silas. Okay, Silas also had another question. He says almost spring training. So what do you guys think the Astros going to do? Does anybody know? Anybody prepared to talk about the Astros? That wasn't one of our topics. Anybody prepared to talk about the Astros?
Framber not going to be back with us. I can tell you that. We're going to miss out on him. And of course, Tucker. Of course, the ex-Astro Tucker got paid.
Ooh, he got paid.
About the evil enemy, though. That's the worst part. The Dodgers.
I
know. That's just like, I mean, throwing salt on a wound.
A way to print money.
Yeah. I think our days to win the championship as an Astro is over. Anybody agree with that?
Possible.
It is. Sadly, yes.
I don't know. I mean,
in the foreseeable future,
we were so used to the Astros not getting there for so many years. The first year they got there was with Terry Poole and Jose Cruz and them, and you know,
they only got to the championship league series. They didn't.
They get to the World Series. They didn't make it to the World Series until 2005.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And they got swept in.
So, I mean, we got used to them not being a top-notch team. Yeah. And now, I mean, it changed around a little bit while Dusty Baker was there. So I don't know if it's ever going to get back to that.
One other question from the peanut gallery, from the people that's on the site. The question is here. Will the Rockets regret not drafting Stephon Castle, number 3 overall in the draft last year, instead of Reed Shepard? They went with Reed Shepard instead of Stephon Castle. Will the Rockets regret that?
I think it's pretty obvious.
Obvious.
Okay. So
it's pretty obvious. Yeah,
okay.
Castle's a better player than Reed Shepard.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Right. What made Houston take Reed Shepard over Castle?
Gotta ask Stone.
We don't know. We don't know.
Yeah, you got to ask the ownership. You got to ask Tillman. You got to ask the coach. You got to ask.
Say what it reminded me of. It reminded me of that draft where the Rockets took Marcus Morris right after his brother went 13th. Marcus Morris went 14th to the Rockets, and who went 15th to the San Antonio Spurs? Let me see who can tell me. Who went 15th?
Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard.
Exactly. Houston went with Marcus Morris over Kawhi Leonard, and the same thing. Stephon Curry versus Reed Shepard. Same era.
That's proof that drafting is not an exact science right there.
Exactly. I don't know what made them do that. But anyway,
you didn't know he was going to be what he
doing
was.
okay,
either.
but he's not Stephon Castle, though.
No.
He can shoot, but that's it right now.
That's it. Exactly.
Yeah,
he's not really a point
They
guard.
need
He's
more
not really
of an overall player at that position.
I don't want to be stereotypical, but I'm hoping that Reed Shepard can grow into a Austin Reeves type of player. If he can grow into an Austin Reeves type player over the course of 2, 3, 4 years, we got something.
Nice.
I do.
I take Pritchard from Indiana. If he can be as good as Pritchard. No, is that Indiana? No.
Boston.
Okay, Boston. What's the guy to play for Indiana? Trying to remind me of Reed Shepard.
TJ McConnell.
If he could just be one of those guys, something like, I'll take that. That
would be high praise. I mean, not high praise, but I mean, the third pick overall for TJ McConnell would be a stretch, especially if you could have Castle. Overall, your point was, should we have taken Castle? And Stephon Castle is far superior player than Reed Shepard, unfortunately.
No doubt.
Right. Well, I said that on the Rocket site last year, and they lit me up. They talked about my mom, my auntie, my grandma. They talked about everybody in my family. I said, I ain't back on this site no more. They said, good riddance. I'm serious. They serious about Reed Shepard.
Don't change the truth, Jeff. Just keep being truthful.
Exactly.
All right, guys, we're at the end of our program. We've talked about a lot of things. If it's sports, if it's Friday, Sunny Fireside Sports, go talk about it. This is our 58th episode. The next one will be 59. We close it in on 60. Well, before you know it, we'll be at 100. And we're going to be talking sports all along. Mr. President, do you have another final word?
I want to thank guests. The guys did an outstanding job as usual. I'm a doer, and my boy Jason. And I appreciate you guys. I always enjoy when you guys come on this show. We always laugh and have fun, and that's what it's all about. It's all about having fun, man, and enjoying sports and as a brotherhood, embracing the brotherhood of all brothers. And we appreciate you guys, man.
I appreciate you guys.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time on 35 Side Sports.
All right.